Sentencing for Josh Duggar is coming up next week. I am excited. Are y'all excited? We're going to be talking all about it over here. And before we get all into it today, I do want to give a trigger warning like I always do at the beginning of all the Josh Duggar coverage. I do, because Josh Duggar is one nasty sack of shat, in my opinion, and people are offended and triggered. I mean, and it's understandable. The stuff he done is nasty. Just nasty. So if you are triggered or offended by any sort of child nastiness talk or any kind of Josh Duggar talk, I appreciate you for clicking on this video, but I've uploaded other content as always every day, so go ahead and go indulge. Now, last week we read the letters to the judge that Anna Duggar and his mommy and his neighbors wrote to the judge, you know, begging for leniency and all that. Well, in this video, we're going to hear from one of the victim's mother, and the victim herself has a message for the judge. So we're going to talk all about it. And y'all, this is hard for me to even talk about, but we're going to talk about it, okay? So just bear with me. Bear with me. Fox 4 out of Kansas City reports the prosecution's pre-sentencing report included an attached witness statement that was sealed by the court. Its sentencing memorandum did not include any attachments, but the body of the document contained a statement from a parent of one of the kids appearing in the material that Josh Duggar downloaded. Are y'all ready for this? And I quote, "I can find no words to express the fury I feel at those who participate in this evil," she stated, "or my scorn for any attempt to minimize the responsibility by feeble claims that the crime was victimless. My daughter is a real person. She was horribly victimized to provide this source of entertainment. She is exploited anew each and every time an image of her suffering is copied, traded, or sold." The girl herself also had some words for the defendant. "Don't you know no one should do that to a little girl," she wrote. "Don't you know it hurts?" Duggar's sentencing is scheduled to be May the 25th, and don't y'all know, we will be covering all the things over here. Oxygen.com on their crime news section. Prosecutors want maximum sentence for Josh Duggar, arguing he has pervasive and violent interest in kids. While prosecutors argued in a sentencing memo for a maximum sentence of 20 years behind bars, Josh Duggar's attorneys continue to proclaim the reality star's innocence. He ain't innocent, period. And suggested a much lighter sentence of 5 years in prison. Now, I think I've read enough from Josh's side, so let's go ahead and take it to the prosecution and the other side. Federal prosecutors have asked for a maximum sentence of 20 years behind bars for Josh Duggar following his child pornography conviction, arguing that the former star has a deep-seated, pervasive, and violent interest in children. Prosecutors submitted a 30-page sentencing document to the Western District of Arkansas Federal Court on Wednesday of last week, describing in depth why they believe the 34-year-old should face the harshest punishment possible for downloading nastiness that involves kids. Distressingly, the market for child pornography has continued to grow and to become more depraved in recent years, prosecutors wrote. According to the memorandum obtained by Law and Crime, that depravity is evident here. As noted above, Duggar sought out images and videos depicting minors being subjected to sadistic abuse, exploited kids. Just nasty. Duggar was convicted in December of receipt of child nastiness and possession of child nastiness. One of the charges will be dismissed during the sentencing, however, giving him a maximum possible sentence of 20 years behind bars. Now, why are one of the charges going to be dismissed? I guess I missed that part. I thought he was convicted of 2 charges. Y'all let me know what I'm missing or if I'm just confused over here. His conviction stems from a 4-day period in May of 2019 when prosecutors said Duggar used a hidden partition on his work computer at an Arkansas used car dealership to install a BitTorrent peer-to-peer file sharing client to download hundreds of photos and videos depicting abuse of kids as young as toddlers, according to the document, which was also obtained by Arkansas station KNWA. They believe Duggar meets the criteria for sentencing enhancement, described as a 5-level enhancement for secretly downloading 600 or more images depicting graphic abuse onto the work computer. As an initial matter, Duggar used multiple means, uTorrent and Tor, to search for and download the child nastiness. It's nasty what he downloaded. Moreover, he went to great lengths to conceal his conduct from others, presumably so he could engage in it undetected and undeterred. Duggar's defense team has disputed the sentencing enhancements, arguing in their own motion obtained by KNWA that Duggar, who still maintains his innocence, is a fully devoted family man. You nasty. Call it like it is, you nasty. And let me tell you something. If you've done this to your own sisters, you probably done it to your own kids. You're nasty. There is no innocence in anything he done. That's no excuse for exploiting innocent kids. He's gonna meet his maker one of these days, and let me tell you something. When he gets to them pearly gates, Jesus is who he's gonna have to face, and let me tell you something. Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. Just nasty. They ask for a punishment that is sufficient but not greater than necessary, and advocated for a sentence of 5 years behind bars. Let me tell you something. As a mother of a daughter, sufficient but not greater than necessary. Anybody who has touched on their own sisters, anybody who has downloaded this nasty BS, anybody who has got a pattern of exploiting kids deserves to spend their life behind bars. Because if they didn't learn the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, chances are they ain't gonna learn. Lock their ass up. Let Big Bubba behind bars, who can't see his kids because he's locked away for a dime sack of weed, let him have access to Josh Duggar. That's just my recommendation. I think that would be highly necessary and warranted. I can't believe I'm about to read this, what they wrote. Duggar continues to have so much good to offer the world, the defense wrote. We ask that this court give him that opportunity. Good. Are you serious? This is why I had to quit reading and talking about it the other day in the video, but I just wanted to get out the gist of it. Y'all, I can't. This right here just infuriates me. As a human being, as a mother, as a person of society, okay? This right here infuriates me to my core, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. This sack of shat right here don't deserve to walk these streets free looking at little kids, okay? Because if he downloads pictures, if he downloads videos of little kids, you can expect him to side-eye and look at little kids in perverted ways walking down the street. Yeah. If I was on the streets, I'm going to tell you, We better not, okay? Because I don't need I don't need this video took down. So I better not tell you what I would do, but just know. Just know. Okay? Consequences will be had. Okay? Actions will be took. Lock his ass up. And if that wasn't enough, these jokers, they argued that there was absolutely no evidence that Duggar knowingly distributed any materials, and said that the evidence suggested there had been 127 images, not the 600 prosecutors claimed. It don't matter if it was 1 or 1,000 images, okay? The fact is he downloaded the image. Okay, he done it. He done it. Point blank, period. He done it. I mean, that's like, are you serious right now? That's like, okay, a serial killer. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Lay us on the table. Serial killer is on the stand, okay? We'll say that he's on the stand or he's in trial. He's on trial. He's in court because they saying he killed 10 people. Well, he's saying, well, I didn't kill but one person. You still killed somebody. You get what I'm saying? That's what Josh Duggar did. He killed these people's lives. That's what he done. Those little kids, those innocent kids, and their families. Okay, he disrupted a lot of lives. That's the facts. The facts that the damn defense team ain't speaking on. However, prosecutors clap back. I love it, clap back. Writing in their motion that Duggar had knowingly distributed the nasty materials to Detective Amber, the Little Rock officer who first uncovered the activity and called the defensive argument against the sentencing enhancements baseless. Duggar's bare bones objection to this enhancement should be denied because the evidence produced at trial, which included visual depictions from Duggar's computer of little girls being, y'all, I ain't even reading the rest of this, but it told in detail what the hell he was looking at, and it was little kids being abused. Okay? Being abused. Being held down against their will. Being touched on. Y'all. Holy. I cannot. Y'all. Prosecutors also referenced Duggar's alleged predatory past. Duggar was accused of molesting 4 minor victims, including his own sisters, as an adolescent in a scandal that came to light when In Touch Weekly published a police report about the alleged abuse. Duggar, who later issued an apology for wrongdoing, was never charged in connection to the abuse, but family friend Bobby Holt testified that the abuse during Duggar's federal trial. Prosecutors believe Duggar's past provides an alarming window into the extent of his sexual interest in children. His victims, 4 in total, were all little girls, including several who were significantly younger than Josh, and now, similarly, the victims depicted in the nasty material he's been convicted of downloading and possessing were all little girls, all of the similar age, and all being sexually exploited. This is not coincidental, they wrote, suggesting that it represents a pattern. What have I said? Yeah, I feel vindicated, okay? Hell, I should be a lawyer. I should be. Because I've said, that's the same word I used, okay? They might be watching my videos right now. Hey, George. Hey. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I said this from the beginning, that this right here is called a pattern. When somebody shows you a pattern of who they are, believe them. Duggar's defense team argued that Duggar had been a minor himself at the time and said adding an enhancement for the uncharged alleged conduct would be entirely unwarranted. No, it don't matter if you're 18 or 8. You know how to conduct and you know how to act, and you're supposed to be raised to know better. Know what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, okay? Duh. Ain't no excuse for the underage, my ass. He's old enough to know better. Now, y'all remember the victim's mother, her letter that I read to you earlier. Well, her mother said her daughter, who struggles now with anxiety, also had a message for the judge. And I quote, "Please don't let them pretend no one's getting hurt." In their memo, Duggar's defense team included letters from the father of seven friends and family, including his wife, Anna, who called him a wonderful father and husband. She needs to be. I ain't gonna finish that. The real Josh Duggar is not... Y'all, I'm not even reading that. I've done read what they said, and I was disgusted by it, okay? I was disgusted reading it. This dude right here deserved to spend his entire life behind bars and slap that damn grin off his face. He sit there and done the nasty shit he's done. It's been in the damn media. Everybody knows about it, and this is the look on his face. Excuse me? You out here trying to claim you innocent. You're smiling over this? You like being convicted and being portrayed as the pedophile you are? You like it? That's the face of a nasty, sick, twisted, creepy, perverted sack of shit, in my opinion. He deserves the maximum sentence and more. I mean, he does, okay? Give him the needle. That's what he deserves. You want to know my opinion? Give him the needle. Put him to sleep. That's my opinion. That's what he needs. I mean, he killed these people's livelihoods. These innocent kids. I mean, I can't begin to imagine why anybody would be like, oh, well, there's an excuse for it. There's no excuse. None whatsoever. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm over here just... These people right here. Writing letters to the judge talking about how good of a person he is. I wonder how much those people got paid to write those letters. I mean, I'm just asking an honest question. Y'all smash that subscribe button and click that bell to all. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload. You know I'm going to keep you up to date on this whole nasty scandal and this whole mess. And let me tell you something. We're going to celebrate and we're going to party on sentencing day. So y'all get ready. Because it's past time that justice is served. Hashtag justice for the victims and pray for the victims. Thumbs up this video, share this video. I love y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.